Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome yourselves back to another ECC stream. And we are again going to be having one match on the agenda tonight. It's going to be Team Nitro Omega, who are a new team coming into the ECC just this week, actually, up against Royals in Division 3. It's going to be some exciting stuff. We don't really know what to expect out of this one, but yeah, before we dive any further into the match, got to introduce ourselves. Of course, my name is Faded, and joining me again for Brexit Cash Spam is Savvy. How are you today?
Yeah, doing really good. We got Brexit gas spam back in the house. Like you said, yeah, we got Team Nitro Omega, who have actually, I believe, just filled in for Primal Esports 2 days ago in the league. I believe the deadline for that replacement system is closed though, so we're going to see a really interesting game here because we have no idea what to expect from this team. I mean, they're currently 0-0 in league play. They haven't played a single series yet. And yeah, it's really exciting to see how these teams are going to fare in Division 3.
Yeah, it will be great to see. We'll give a quick rundown of the lineups before we get any further into it. So on Team Nitro Omega, a full Norwegian team coming in. We've got JV Jones, Tempest, Wallace, and Edie as their sub. And then on the side of Royals, they have Alpha, Hazard, Velix, and Synthos. So those are the two lineups we're working with. Of course, as Sabi just mentioned, Team Nitro Omega have not played a single series. Understandably so, as they've only been in the league for 2 days. But as for Royals, they do have some results on the belt. They're currently sitting in 7th with a 1-2 record currently, and they've had a pretty rough start to the season so far. They've lost to Snakebite and Ascension so far in the league, and they did manage to pick up again a win against Gedalian Salaritas just this last week, even though the Gedalians team have been really struggling so far this season. But yeah, Savvy, we don't really know what to expect out of this one, considering it's just a brand new team dropping into the league here in Team Nitro. But thanks to Timmy giving us some insider information, their MMR, even though it's nothing much to base off of, would suggest that they would be a bit higher in the standings in terms of seeding, and that could play into their favor going into this game.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like I said, pretty much the only thing we've got to go off for this team, as we haven't seen any results yet, is their MR, which is quite unfortunate considering that's not the best indicator of how teams are going to perform in a best of 5 in league play. But, generally seeding in terms of MMR does show a sort of trend towards how teams perform, if not perfectly. So there's always going to be problems there. But yeah, looking at it, I think Nitro Omega are actually, MMR-wise, between Ascension and Snakebite, the top 2 seeds. Which means that they're looking like one of the heavy hitters here in Division 3, and it's going to be really exciting to see because they're going to be pushing for those playoff spots.
Yeah, they will be. So, yeah, we're just going to have to see how this match goes, really. It's going to be tough for us to predict, and speaking of predicting things, I think we'll just hop straight into the predictions here, Savvy. So, we'll start with you. It's maybe a bit of a tougher one to call, considering it's a new team, but I'd like to hear who have you got for this game.
Yeah, like you say, it's a tough one to call, but for me, I think that definitely, based on what we've seen so far, Nitro Omega definitely have the edge here. I mean, looking at Royals' results as well, against those higher ranked teams, they seem to be struggling a lot right now. They really got, especially in that series against Ascension recently, they got completely shut out, unfortunately for them. And I feel like that's going to be quite indicative of how they're going to perform today. Obviously, they're going to have to prove us wrong here, but I feel like Nitro Omega are going to take this one in a 3-0 sweep.
Alright, I think I'll have to agree with you there. I think Nitro will have the big 3-0 coming out here for this one. Although we don't know anything about them, their MMR would suggest that they'd be higher up in the standings, and Royals so far have shown that they've struggled against the top teams. Snakebite and Ascension, they were seeded first and second, I believe, and they took a pretty big beating from both of them. It was a 3-1 and 3-0 respectively, as I just mentioned there. So yeah, Royals, if they're going up against a team of Team Nitro who are, on paper about, roughly on par with Snakebite and Ascension, I don't think they're going to fare very well in this one. So yeah, I think 3-0 to Team Nitro is the way to go here. So we do have Team Nitro in here. We're just waiting on Royals now to join the server before we get started. And if you guys in the chat would like to make your own predictions, then feel free to do so, and we may read out some of them on stream if we do have time. So yeah, gonna be a really exciting match, I think, Savvy. I can't wait to see how Nitro will do here, because I've never seen them play before. I didn't even know who they were coming into the season. I don't even think we've seen Royals on stream either, but still, new team. We're gonna see what they're made of, and can't wait really.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, something that I always say when we see familiar faces in ECC is that it's really great to see people returning to play more seasons. But I actually think it's also really great to see new faces as well, because it's people getting involved in the league who we haven't seen before. Keeping things fresh, I mean, you know, these teams are really going to show us a different side of Rocket League that we don't often see, because, you know, we just don't get to experience these players enough. And yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens as both the teams are now ready to go, so I think we'll just hop straight into things. It's again Team Nitro Omega against Royals in Division 3. Let's get right into it. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The first series we get to see out of Team Nitro Omega on the stream here. Let's see how they will fare in this match. As will be Tempest. Get this one into the side. Here comes Oliver getting this one into the corner. And Alfie on this one gets it past one. Tempest will block the clear from Hazar. And now here comes VU. Putting it into the corner, looking for another touch. He didn't have a lot of boots to walk with, but Alfie actually has a free shot here. Oh, he puts it just off the post there. Now Oliver will have his turn. A demo coming out from Jones. That's a pretty nice demo from him there. And VU will just cross it over his own box. That's a last to Alfie. Now Tempest on it. VU banging clear out. Now up onto the backboard. Oliver with 0 boost, looking to have a teammate follow up. Jones is blocked by Alfie, and now Tempest takes this one onto the sidewall. Hazar will be pushing this into the opposing end. So Alfie's putting this one center. Jones taking it out. Now Veil into its own corner. Could be a bit awkward, but makes a really nice recovery, and we'll take it out with Tempest. We'll just shut it down straight away. So first minute come and gone here. Very quiet start here from both teams. Savvy, yeah, looking pretty even thus far.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is generally what we see and what we like to see out of teams when they're first starting, especially in their first series of league play. But it's you can tell that they're definitely trying to just feel each other out and trying to just test the waters a little bit. Obviously, neither team wants to start committing too hard and then get punished for it. Both teams just want to sort of find out each other's weaknesses, try and play to those weaknesses, and also play to their strengths, in fact. And speaking of strength, that's a fantastic little infield pass in the air from Tempest there. And Oliver, I believe, the console player there, airing up really fast to that, gets a really nice shot into the top shelf, and Hazar in the net. He's there, but he just can't get up fast enough because of the power on the shot. And that's 1-0 to Team Nitro Omega.
Yeah, it was a beautiful shot there from Oliver, and so just using it, just turning upside down there to get the perfect angle into the net, and he just slams it through, no chance for the defender. And so it's a very nice play, a good way to get their first goal in league play for Team Nitro. It's a VO, he fakes out one. This could be a nice solo play, but Tempest saves it off the post. That could have been really dangerous for them. It was a nice effort, but they'll come out empty-handed here, the Royals team. So Oliver with 0 boost. VU puts that into the side while Jones now have a banging clear. Puts it over to Oliver actually. That's a really nice pass, and Hazar just gets back in the nick of time. And it will be cleared back out. Now VU is on this. Actually misses contact on the ball. And now Jones up for it again. Hazar looking to put this into the center. So Tempest misses contact on that, but I think Alfie got faked out by it. Now VU puts it into the corner again, but Oliver will just shut down a potential pass. As now VU puts it high. Hazar will back off from this one. Tempest taking his time actually getting back onto the ground, and then Jones will get a demo onto Alfie. It gives them the opportunity to push now. So VU puts it out. Tempest is there to intercept it, and VU will be back on the ball again, trying to get us off the ceiling, but doesn't actually land properly, and he will be sent away. As now Hazar will be on this, and Tempest does have a shot barred down. It is on the line, and Hazar just manages to get it out. That could have nearly been 2-0 there, but now 3 minutes gone here, still 1-0 as Alfie with yet another attack. And things are speeding up here, Save, back and forth at the moment. It's really exciting to see.
Yeah, we saw that really close chance really from Tempest hitting off the crossbar and down. Defenders again, they've had a couple really close calls here for the Royals side, but yeah, with View picking up a few saves already. And yeah, it's been really close. We've seen a lot of offense from both teams, but at the moment it looks like Nitro Omega piecing together a lot more passing plays. We saw on the defense earlier, when they get those clears, they're trying to aim them towards the teammate, and that allows them to keep possession and make a play in a counter-attack. Like you see Oliver here, he's already up for the ball, hitting off the sidewall, and that's just indicative of how they're currently outpacing and outperforming the Royals side.
Yeah, I was liking their passing plays that they were putting on just throughout this game. Really, it seemed really consistent with that, and it's good that they're doing that, especially at what you consider a lower level of Rocket League here. Just getting the ball to your teammates really helps you with possession, as that is a brilliant infield pass there from Jones again into Oliver. 2-0 now.
Yeah, again, that's beautiful stuff. I mean, Jones and Oliver linking up really nicely there. Jones, he actually had a free hit there, but with the defender rushing him, he made a really intelligent call to hit the infield pass, because if he taken the shot there, even though he had a free hit initially, the defender was almost certainly going to get the block there. So he made the infield pass, gave his teammate the open net, really smart play from them, and they're going to be rewarded for their passing play.
Yeah, indeed, it was a very smart play at that, just finding that infield pass, and it's just an open net there for Oliver. He can take all the time he needs on it. As now we are having 50 seconds left. Alfie with a pretty nice shot into the top corner, but there's two defenders there. So Oliver is there again. It touches the middle from View into Hazard, as now Alfie puts it back into the box, attempts off the ball, but View actually gets onto that one. So Alfie gets a demo here, looking to get this attack going, but Tempest a great clear there, and this one up in the air. Oliver's up for View, will beat him to it. So Alfie, he has a shooting opportunity here, puts it high, and here comes Hazard, off the crossbar and out. That is really unfortunate for them. There's now 20 seconds left. I think their golden chance to potentially get back into this game has slipped out of their grasp. So Hazard is on the back foot here, just airdropping this one out, but too little too late here for Royals. It will be a 2-0 victory here for Team Nitro Omega. And it's a very convincing showing in their first ever match of the ECC here, Savvy. And yeah, it's just some beautiful play from them, I must say.
Oh yeah, definitely. They look so consistent, especially like you mentioned earlier, those passing plays as well. They're not just their touches, but yeah, linking up and finding each other on the field. They always seem to have that sort of, natural sort of desire to get it to their teammates. Although I believe despite actually a pretty good showing. You couldn't tell from how they were playing, but they are asking for a new server. Both sides appear to be not content with the state of the server. So we might be a moment getting into the next game. But yeah, it has to be said that both teams here, I think Royals had some very strong moments. They definitely showed a lot of promise. They had a couple little mechanical plays. I thought at the end, the air dribble clear, which actually got it past a couple defenders. Plays like that are really going to help them out if they want to be outplaying the other team, because those mechanical plays and stuff in these divisions is stuff that you don't really expect that much, and so it could really catch them off guard here.
Yeah, it could certainly do that. So we'll have to see how the Royals team responds going into the next game. They had their chances in that first game there, but it just slipped barely out of their grasp. But Royals can certainly make this series competitive, but they've really got to match up to the level of team play here from Team Nitro. So we'll see going into the second game. We'll be back in just a moment. into game 2 now. It's 1-0 here for Team Nitro Omega. And now Royals will look to respond and potentially tie the series up, but not if Tempest has anything to say about it with an early shot. Hazard will be forced to save it. Now Jones winning that challenge there. V now getting us down the field, looking to make the solo play there, but he is blocked as now Hazard onto the backboard, looking for a second touch. Jones, a brilliant clear off the back wall is now Alfie. He actually misses that as an open net for Oliver, but it will be just over and View will secure a clear, but Tempest is still keeping the pressure going. Alfie again missing that ball there, but it's put back down the field still. Jones, a very nice touch in the middle. Oliver up very quickly for that to get the clear. As now Hazard misreads that again, and here comes Jones trying to put it on the backboard, but the touch is really weak and not to anywhere near where he wanted it. So View taking it out again, looking for a dunk on Oliver, but very good patience from him. So Tempest go for this again. Hazard turning on this, gets a pass one, but Jones all the way back, able to clear that over to Oliver again. Onto the backboard, Jones up, looking for a shot, it's off the backboard. Oliver coming in once more. So Tempest trying to get this again. View in a really awkward spot. Hazard will have to bail him out. Jones there has a pretty free shot here, but View ready and waiting for that. And now Tempest back into the middle, but it could be an open net off the crossbar and Tempest into the corner. So far, Sabi, it looks like Team Nitro are playing pretty much the same when they were last game. They're getting a lot of touches out to each other. And Royals have not had much offense themselves so far. It seems they're struggling quite a bit here.
Yeah, what I've actually noticed a couple times happen this game is when Tempest actually lose their pressure, like here for example, they oftentimes have a very small lapse in their rotation, and they're just not quite adapting to situations that they don't expect. I mean, it feels like they've been sort of dominating the first game so hard that now they're not ready for when things are going slightly wrong for them, and I feel like they could really get punished for that if Royals can pick out lapses in rotation and double commits, which we're seeing quite a few more of this game. And they could really capitalize and get a few free goals, basically, because that's what's going to happen if they keep double committing and struggling to have a man challenge at all times like this.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that one still. Team Nitro, despite the small lapses in the rotation, as you mentioned, they're still managing to hold up, but Royals are managing to get more chances when you compare it to last game. So it's about time they maybe convert one of them. Just got to be able to find the gap in the defense that opens up. But it's again Tempest getting over to Jones, who bangs it in the field, but just possession right back over to Royals, and View actually misses that. A bit of panic here, double commit is forced out. This could be a really good chance for Nitro, but not the best shot coming out from Tempest. There's an easy save for Alpha, and Hazard will be chasing this down. He's beat out by Oliver. Trying to get to that, but View will just have an easy beat on him, and now Hazard trying to touch it high, but Tempest will just shut that down. Alfie, the last man back. Tempest, great speed on that, but Alfie still managed to read it. Now Hazard will have control of the ball. Now Alfie, there's this one, Jones looking to center it. View on the goal line. A nice clear out again. Now Tempest taking his time here, but it's actually a pretty poor touch there. So Oliver onto the backboard. Jones will get it away. Alfie again into the corner. No boost to work with. A very nice block though, and Hazard's up for this potential shot off the post. Oliver will get it away. Now View trying to keep this attack going, looking for another touch. He does get it, but there's no teammate waiting for that, and Jones will now get it out as Hazard gets it. View tries to pass one, looking to keep this one going. Hazard actually going for a demo, but Oliver will have it. Now into center, Jones, a very smart demo to take out the threat from Alpha. Now we're back on the other end, and a minute and a half left, Savvy. Looking pretty even now. Both teams having a fair share of chances, and it's difficult to tell who will come out on top in this game.
Yeah, what I've noticed is the Royals are actually going for quite a few bump players now, and I really like this because, like I mentioned, those lapses in rotation, I mean, the only way you can make those bigger is by, physically removing a player from them. Although it looks like the physical players are coming out from both teams. That's incredibly close. Pretty lucky for Royals that went up and rolled at the wall. The pressure's not over. Alfie gets a clear, but the possession is still in Nitro Omega's half, and they just need to follow up these chances and start to actually capitalize on the pressure that they're getting, because right now they've had quite a few shots, but they haven't been able to score for the whole of this series so far.
Yeah, that is right. They've had quite a lot of pressure, as you said, but no goals to show for it. But I am liking the demo plays coming out from Royals, because they realize if they want to have a greater chance of scoring, you just got to physically remove players and they'll have an easier job at it. But so far they've not managed to capitalize. 30 seconds left. View getting a touch into his own corner. Tempest looking to get a nice pass into the center, and now someone needs to go for this from Royals, but actually there's Tempest that pounces on it. A lot of hesitation on Royals there, and they are punished for it.
Yeah, full credit to Tempo. It's a really nice, smart backboard hit. When he notices he's going to be the fastest one to it, he's actually so fast up in the air. And not only is he fast, but he's also precise. He finds the angle, gets it into the bottom corner with 19 seconds left. Royals are going to have to find a quick one if they want to come back here game 2.
Yeah, they will have to do that, and yeah, not a lot of time to do it in. Alfie had a chance there, but now it's in the possession of Jones. He's just going to take his time with this. He wants to burn all the time off the clock, going for this air dribble. There, Hazard trying to get it, but he is beat out of view. Really got to keep this one up. They want a chance. Hazard does get it, but he is blocked out. This one will surely touch, and it is Team Nitro Omega on to match point now. A much closer game there, and it came down to the final 20 seconds for them to score. But they are rewarded with a win here. But I must say, Sabe, Royals looked much better in that game, more solid, and you're starting to bring out some physical play. And it could have worked out for them, but they just couldn't convert on any of their chances.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think Royals, while they were playing a lot more solid, the ball was pretty much constantly in their half. It felt like there only a few times did they actually manage to break out and get a chance, really. And when they got those chances, it feels like they sort of rush them a little bit. They sort of try and get the shot off as soon as possible, as if they want to score. But what they need to be doing is taking their time and actually finding the quality touches rather than just hitting the ball as soon as they can, because just getting those faster touches isn't what's going to get goals here against this really solid Nitro Omega side.
Yeah, certainly. So we'll have to see what Royals can do. Reverse sweep is on the cards for them. Let's see what happens in game 3. Here we are into game 3. Could Team Nitro Omega get a sweep, or will Royals manage to get themselves back into this series? It's going to be a tough task because so far Royals have scored no goals in this series, so they've really got to figure that one out first before they can get any further into this one. As Oliver trying to get this one into the opposing box, View will be there now. Hazard getting this one out. Tempest looking to put this one center. It's a pretty weak touch, and Alfie will be on this one, but he actually gets bumped. He still gets contact on the ball though, and Hazard forcing a huge pinch there. So now will be Alfie with a rolling shot there. It actually got past one, but Jones on the line to save it. So now it will be on to the opposing half here for Royals, as Hazard has a chance here. Oliver will get it out in a view into the side wall. Alfie will have to go for this, but he is waiting so long, but he was under no pressure actually, so he could take all the time he really wanted on that. So Oliver into the corner. There will be View on this, or Hazard, both the players in the same spot. View looking for a shot, he gets it into the box. Alfie is up for it, but he puts it off the post again. Just a little bit too slow to that. So Tempest misses the ball there. Bit scary for him. Jones gets it past one though. He gets bumped back into his own box as Tempest will get it. View now looking to center it. Does get it past. It's into the box. Hazard's up for this, but now it's back down the other end. Alfie has to make the defensive effort here. He misses the ball, but Jones puts it well past the net. So a minute and a half gone again, Sabi. Much like the second game, both teams have had chances here, and no one's really looking too threatening at this stage.
Well, I feel like we had a couple the best chances we've seen from Royals all series here. Because again, Nitro Omega getting these double commits. Hazard here, can he find the angle? He's going for the double tap, can't quite get the angle. Alfie whiffs on the follow-up, that's so unfortunate. And that's an unfortunate little accidental pass there. I'm sure they didn't want to have that cleared into their own half by themselves. But yeah, we're seeing a lot better chances from them, especially that double tap attempt. That's what we want to see. Hazard going for the fake as well. We're seeing some really great plays here from Royals, and they need to keep this up for the next 3 games if they want to have a chance of coming back here.
Yeah, they've had, yeah, you said it right there, some of their best chances so far this series. We saw that double tap that could have been close to going in and would have been a spectacular goal if it did. But they're certainly bringing out some better plays here, Royals, but that was a really big touch there, and you can't get up to it in time. Will be Tempest to slam that one home about half time here.
Yeah, once again, Tempest getting the goal for Nitro Omega just because of his pure speed. I mean, the defender just wasn't reading that backward bounce, and he realized that he was on that really quickly there. Again, I think we're seeing a little bit of overcommits from Royals here because they seem to be feeling like they need to score a little bit more urgently than they actually have to, and that caused them to actually commit a third there. And so, you know, the defender who was back didn't have enough time to really recover, read the ball, and get clear, and they're really going to be punished for that if they can't keep a solid rotation going.
Yeah, definitely. So Royals really got to fix that one. They don't need to get too desperate, but it's 2 minutes left and they've still yet to score in this entire series, let alone this game. So they got to find something sooner or later, as this could be a dangerous chance. Oliver will be taking it again. Got a bit of boost to work with. Actually goes for a flip reset. He does get it. It's into the box. VU now with a touch. Gets it past Jones, but Tempest will be here again. As now Hazard getting this one out of VU. Looking to play this one center. That is a good touch into the middle. Alfie now trying to get the shot, but I think he's trying to put it back into VU. A bit of a questionable choice there, but still, Hazard looking for a dribble here. Gets it past one player. Hazard now putting it into the center of VU. It's up for it. He is blocked. Now Alfie really needs to go for it to keep the pressure on. He does. And Tempest will try to control it. Gets it past one player VU. Is there again Hazard looking for a center. VU again onto this. Gets a tackle on one of the players there. Now Tempest moving up for this one. Alfie will be there. Oliver, a high touch. Jones will turn on to Hazard. Loses that 50. Now Oliver looking for a shot. VU really awkward for him off his own post, and he will be punished for it. Tempest, his second goal off of 2 shots, and Worlds just absolutely crumble here.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate for VU. I feel like they've just sort of played them all series where they've got these touches which just feel a little bit awkward, not quite what they want. And obviously he wanted to get that into his own corner, but he just hit it a little bit too tightly with his net and hitting the post there. Although, credit to Tempest for getting the read on the corner bounce, because those are no easy bounces to read at all. And once again, going for another corner bounce, doesn't quite score off that one. But yeah, really good credit to Tempest there, doing a really good job and really punishing Royals for their mistakes.
Yeah, they're doing that so well this game in particular. The defense of Royals, you know, not looking the best in the 2 goals that were scored for Team Nitro, and I feel like that was the deciding factor in the heading match again. And this Tempest with his speed here, I feel like he's just been, you know, probably the fastest player on the field here. It's just so quick to every ball, and it's netted him 2 goals here, being able to beat out the opposing team. With 30 seconds left, chances of Royals getting back this one are just slipping, but they do have an attack here. VU actually going for a bump there. Alfie now onto this. It could be a chance. Hazard puts it wide though. Alfie coming in again, but he can't find an angle on this. So Jones getting it out. Oliver will be onto this one. It's now Tempest getting this into the corner onto the backboard. VU trying to get it, but he can't land a solid touch. And now Jones just keep the pressure on. Oliver coming in for one more. He bounced it down off the bar. And Tempest trying to go for his hat-trick, but it looks like he will be denied. And that will be it here. Once the ball touches the ground, it will be the side of Team Nitro Omega getting what I presume is yet definitely here a perfect sweep. You don't see that every day, sadly, but a lot of credit here to Team Nitro Omega, playing very solid from start to finish, and yeah, much deserved victory here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they've definitely been outplaying Royals. You can see just from the statistics there on the board, they've had so many more shots, so much more pressure, and overall the touches have not just been, you know, they haven't had just had more touches. They've also had higher quality touches, and those have really been the sort of deal breakers between scoring, like awkward bounces and, you know, Royals failing to get them clear. And it's a really well-deserved victory for Team Nitro Omega. Oliver had the Def Defender tag on. I think that's really well justified now that they've secured themselves a perfect sweep with no goals conceded, like you said. And that's a really admirable achievement for against a team who are definitely not the worst team in Division 3.
Yeah, so yeah, very admirable achievement. You said, you know, a perfect sweep is very difficult to achieve in any level of competitive Rocket League. And if you're doing it against a team who's presumably near your skill level, you know, that's a very good sign of things to come. Royals, I feel like this series could have been a lot closer if they managed to finish their chances, but there's unfortunately so many times they were just off the mark there. But I feel like Team Nitro Omega, they played a lot more solid this series. Their team play was very impressive for Division 3 standards, I must say. They were always getting touches to each other, making passing plays, which you don't see much at this level. You know, the team play usually isn't developed to that degree. And so I feel like Team Nitro Omega, they could be real contenders here in Division 3. They are, of course, new here. They've got a lot of games coming up, but I do feel like they can definitely push for the top 4 spots here, Sad, because they are looking like a top 4 team right now, just judging by the way they played in that series alone.
Oh yeah, if they can keep this form up consistently for the next 8 weeks of league play, or the next 8 series they'll have to play of league play, obviously they've got some catching up to do from the other teams due to being a replacement team. But definitely, yeah, like you said, they're looking like a top 4 team, and they're looking really strong at the moment. And I feel like they're going to have to keep that form up, though. I mean, there were a lot of chances where they slipped, where the rotation was lapsing a little bit, and I feel like if they really want to be pushing for, the top 1 spot, looking at winning the whole division, and they're really going to have to iron those mistakes out. And they've still got things to work on. There are no perfect performances here, so congratulations to them for taking this sweep, but they've still got stuff to work on, and hopefully we can see them soon again on stream for some more epic Division 3 gameplay.
Yeah, I would love to see them again, because it was really enjoyable to watch them. Of course, as you mentioned, they do have some things to work on. The rotation is one of them. Just got to sharpen that up a little bit, and I feel like they could be an even better team at that. But it's looking so far so good for Team Nitro Omega. So yeah, must say GG's to both teams. Again, was an exciting match to watch. And unfortunately, that's all we have on stream today. We only got the time for one match. But I do hope you all enjoyed it, because it was a very nice match, I must say. So before we end it off, anything else you want to say about the series, Sabe?
No, I mean, yeah, I think you summed it up pretty nicely there. Great performance from them. Royals are going to have a lot to work on as well, obviously, looking into the next weeks, because they definitely had a lot of promising moments. So I'm sure that if they make those commitments and make those improvements, hopefully we'll be seeing a resurgent Royals side going into the later part of the season.
Yeah, I would love to serve a Sergeant story as well. It's going to be tough for Royals. They're 1-3 right now, but I can sense a comeback happening if they can, just improve on that on the offensive end a little bit more and tighten up their defense. But that's all for today, everybody. I'd like to thank you all again for watching. Of course, thanks to Sabi for casting with me, and to Timmy for doing the streaming for us tonight. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks once more, and we will see you guys next time. Good night, everyone.